So I'd like to show you my Cannondale Super X 2017. This is a really nice bike, 61 centimeter, or actually it's probably the 63 centimeter, but the new Cannondale Super X's from 2017 on have the 63 has the geometry of the, or no, it's the 61, but it has the geometry of the 58, which I had before, very similar. The head tube's a bit thicker, as you noticed probably. Lost a screw, so I have the tape there to cover it up. 140 stem, the standard seat post, standard seat. Transitioned the shifters over from my other bike. If you just get the new frame, you do have to get new brakes because these are direct mount brakes, which are pretty cool, but different than the other ones. So you do that. The SI crank. I think I have a 40-tooth chain ring on here, exactly. The rear end is a little bit shorter, so I had to cut the chain quite a bit, which was surprising. And right now I have really crappy wheels on here, the CX 1.0s, good for training, good for beating in the woods. The Riddlers, the 37mm Riddlers. Now you can see that the clearance here, where it's the tightest, right here, is pretty good. I wouldn't go for the 41s or 42s, whatever they have, the next size up. And right now I have about 40 psi in there, trying to get it a little bit lower so it's a bit more comfortable. But the Riddlers are awesome. The rubber is a bit harder than, for example, the X1s from Schwalbe, but quite cool. And have them set up tubeless, as always. I love stands no tubes. Use it in everything. The bike rides really well. I do notice that the rear end is a little bit shorter when I'm climbing, for example. I certainly noticed that compared to the 2015-16 model that I had of the Super X. It's a bit more tricky to keep the front end down when I'm climbing. So yeah. I've been riding many different tires. I just took off the Sammy Slicks, which I really like, but I wanted to get a slightly bigger tire on here, just to be a bit more comfortable. And I'm running one of the main upgrades I did was a 160 front rotor. I left the 140 in the back anyways. It's not that powerful, so it's not like your back tire needs that much power anyways. And of course I have the better bicycle bell here. Beautiful bell, can definitely recommend it. And the XTR things here. Some extras that I have, which are really cool. The Zip Carbon tubular tires. If you haven't tried tubular tires, don't be afraid. There's a lot of videos on YouTube telling you need to spend like 3 days gluing a tire on. I've talked to pro mechanics endlessly, and most of them just put on one layer, a good layer, let it dry, and then put it on, and it's sticking quite good. Never had a tire fall off. The main problem I have with the tubulars is the pressure and also the tire. Right now I have Tufos on here. The Tufo has a slightly stronger sidewall, so it doesn't bang as hard on roots and rocks as the Vittoria or the cotton sidewalls. I don't know what the sidewall on this is, but it definitely seems more durable. And the problem is that with the Vittoria, even having it at about 40 psi, which is quite hard in cross, I've broken both wheels are cracked actually. But because they're disc, it's actually not really a problem. I still ride them. I've been riding the back one cracked for about 1.5 years. I just monitor the crack. I put a bit of super glue in it just to hold it together a little bit. It's a little crack, so nothing to worry about. And the front one, on the first ride, I cracked it. Which was very disappointing. I had the Tufo on, but I just had too little pressure, and I had like 32, and I'm nearly 200 pounds, about 95 kilograms, and just for my height, I'm 197 or 5 or 9, what is it? 6'5" and 3/4. So I'm a bit heavier and definitely taller, so that's why I have the bigger frame in the Super X. I love it. I love that bike. Typically ride it to work actually, which is a lot on the road. I have some cool stuff for riding to work, just to be able to bring some extra clothes and some socks and underwear and maybe a towel and some shower gel to work. I have the Ortlieb saddlebag, which is awesome. It's a big one and really stable, really comfortable, and great on this bike definitely. Additionally, I've ridden, I really like these tires. They're the Mavic, I don't know, they're about 30 millimeters wide, really durable. I did slice one open on sharp gravel, which wasn't very nice, but the tires roll really nice on the road and give you a secure feeling. Unfortunately, this wheel from my old bike is not dished for the rear end, which is more symmetrical. So I need to get it dished, and also need to get the through axles adapters in there. For the Zips, it was really easy to get the through axles. I had the adapters with the bike, so that was a really nice surprise. I just had to dish the rear wheel to get it to fit. So I hope you enjoyed the video. The bike's awesome. Definitely recommend the 37 WTB's Riddlers. Great tires for this bike. I wouldn't go wider than these. And the rims are tubeless ready, so that's an important aspect, and they're wide enough. The Riddler should be on a 17 to 21 millimeter wide rim, so make sure you check that. And I've heard there are problems on non-tubeless rims with these tires. They pop off, so you have to build up the rim bed. So yeah, enjoy. Thanks.